Well, I got aerocoil and a 24mm socket on a big bar. That means drug home something with a seized engine. 67 short bed Ford. Yeah. Can't believe how nice those hood hinges work. It is pretty seized. I'm gonna pull the plugs, throw some aerocoil down here, and see if I can get it to spin over at least. Spark plug's just laying here. Someone pulled out number 5. Oh, and number 4. Oh, you got a funnel. See if I can get her spin over. I got another frame too for a 67. Pretty clean. Got a 9-inch. Oh, I found that funny too. This guy said this truck was a runner. He said it would burn the tires, and he assured me. He goes, it's got a posi in it. He goes, I promise you. He goes, it would light up both of them. Well, you can tell it was someone's hot rod. I mean, got a cool seat in it, and gauges hanging on the dash, and someone put some tweeters up in the B-pillars. It's fairly solid, but I found this was weird when I was loading it up. I was like, huh, that differential, that's not a 9. I was like, it's got a cover on it. So I found out it's a Dana 44, which is kind of weird. I was expecting just a regular 9-inch, but I guess in 67, the only way to get a posi was to get a Dana 44. So the guy wasn't lying there. This brake pedal I noticed was huge. He said it was out of an LTD, auto trans. I haven't dug into it to see what it is. Kind of just looks like a C4. I don't know if it's FMX or what. But overall, it's not terrible. I mean, it's got some rot on it. But I'm gonna hang these doors on it. He peeled off the doors. He said he was gonna redo it, and he wanted to redo this body and put it on that frame. But he gave me 2 other sets of doors too, but I'm gonna put these green ones back on there. But I think, yeah, somehow the bolts made it home. Look at that. That's encouraging. Look at that, we got 6 on this side. See if I can find 6 for the other side. And yeah, I'll see if I can get it running. Screw it. I'm gonna take a little aerocoil. You can see this carburetor is pretty seized. I'm gonna take it, squirt all the linkages to the best of my ability. Aerocoil's pretty good stuff. If it's gonna come free and the aerocoil don't do it, it's not gonna come free. There is a barnacle right where, ooh, that looks bad. Right where that was. Yikes. That's not a good sign. I'm gonna give it a shot. That was right in the plug hole. It's at the opposite angle. Yeah, she's just tightening the bolt. Yikes. I don't know if this one's gonna free up. Yeah, I don't know. No? Wait a minute. Accelerator pump's starting to move. Yeah, choke moves. Now if we could only get the main body moving. This engine may be a lost cause, but I'm gonna pull the rest of these plugs. Oh, that one was not even tight. Kinda smells like old crappy fuel. It's not all rusty. Oh, that valve cover was not even on, and let all those leaves fall in there. That's good for it. Oh, ooh, yeah, definitely a little moisture in that one. Definitely some moisture. Oh yeah, you can. I don't know if the camera is gonna pick this up, but you can see there are barnacles growing in that one. This one's kind of smashed flat. Oh, there it is. I think there's a little water on that one too. That one looks horrible. Someone did a homemade limiter there. Old trick, you take a piece of chain and crank her down. She might have had some horsepower in it at one time. I guess as much as that 2-barrel will go, and Yeah, this plug was loose as well. Yeah, some moisture. What do we got here? Oh yeah, rusty. Yep. Let's see, do we even need a socket? Nope. Look, I'll just turn it with my hand. That one doesn't look too bad. Manual choke. Let's go all the way back here. Oh yeah, turned it with my hand. It's wet. Can't tell if it's just like pond water or nasty old gas. Pond water, yeah. Yeah, that's not fuel. No. That valve cover is still, yeah, it's got one back bolt on it. Yeah, looks like 3 out of 5 or 6. 3 out of 6. See, no FE. FEs have 5 valve cover bolts. These traditional small block Fords, they have 6. Ooh, water pump sounds good. Oh, alternators, promising. Whoo-wee. Yeah, don't know if this one's gonna spin. Carburetor is not one to free up. Choke. The accelerator pump, I don't know, may have come back to life a little. But the main body, not so much. It's been sitting open for some time. Guy told me this truck's been off the road since like 1992. And I believe him. He's got no reason to lie to me. This is a common repair. Got a piece of brake line. 3/16 compression fitting right there. Those are frowned upon. Not that I've ever used one, but they are frowned upon. See, the transmission dipstick is just hanging out here. Yeah, we have something that resembles fluid in there though. It's not all water. And I did pull the oil dipstick and put it right here. And something looks kind of oily. It is kind of rusty. Can't tell, my hand's got arrow coil on them. All I can smell is that. Well, I'm gonna let the arrow coil soak and we'll see what happens. Wow, wild hair day today. I'm officially old now, so I guess it doesn't matter. I turned 40 yesterday. Let's see, I can't even remember. Nope, she's in neutral. And if you see anything that you want to see a video on, please comment. Like I said, there's no shortage of anything. I want to litter my driveway with old stuff. My driveway is really long. I want to litter it with old cars and garbage. I'll take a walk down there in a minute. But I got that other Mustang sitting down at the end. So I found a starter for it. Maybe I'll get that running today. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna drag this guy up. It's been soaking in arrow coil. And if it's gonna run, I mean, it's gonna run. If it's not, it's not. This is rad go-kart body I picked up from somewheres. Okay, I still don't think this thing's gonna run. I actually have, sitting on that blue rack over here, I have an engine that's a mystery that I never heard run. Supposedly it came out about a 68 Mustang, but this one, oh yeah, but it does roll over. I don't know if the oil pan's smashed in or not. So if that engine doesn't free up, I'm going to dump this one in. That's not bad for doing it all on my own. Doing the camera, pulled the truck up here by myself. Nothing bad happened. I'm gonna call that a win. Ah, man, she's still tight as a drum. Okay. Well, as I suspected, not even the aero cryo can save this bad boy. It is done. But, positive note, the same valve covers as that other engine that's all smashed, so I'm gonna work on getting it out. See what I can do. Hopefully I don't make a total mess when I pull it out and the torque converter stays with the engine. Alright, I'm going to start by getting this hood off. Two. Well, that one's going to have to be probably cut. Got my death wheel, no guard on it obviously. Put a scribe in the bolt because it's just spinning. I'm assuming the insert that's on the hood has broken and allowing our bolt to spin. So my preferred method is do like an X over the bolt and then go in at an angle like this and knock the head off, and the hood's gonna fall and hit me in the head. How did this not hit me in the head? Alright, got the head sheared off. There it is. Wow. I thought for sure it'd come off and just knock me. So I'm gonna pull it. Tilt. Grab it. See how seized this thing is. Look at that. Who did that? My God. This is all RTV. Look at that. Or like house caulk or something. No, it might be house caulk. Because it's white. I've never seen like white silicone sold anywhere. Not for automotive anyway. Ah. Look at that. Unbelievable. Who's doing this? Carburetor linkage. That is all my possible use pile. Use this on the next engine. You know, this engine is definitely later model, so it's got thermactor ports on the heads. So I don't know what this came out of. I'm assuming something from the late 70s, early 80s Ford. But it does have stud-mounted rockers, so it's not that new. that with the pile of valve cover bolts. I think it was only 2. Oh, maybe 3. Yep, 3. See, these are all rust. Put that on our future engine. I should probably just undo these exhaust manifolds. I think I can spread them apart, leave them, and just bolt them to the other engine. This, not a drop. Okay, motor mounts, alternator, starter's still attached, radiator's out. Oh, the water pump's freed up, just in case I need that. I think it's about time to go underneath. Looks like we got a pretty new starter. Ooh, it does have a boss on the side of the block for some transmission linkage. I don't know if my other ones got that. I know the later model ones do not. But there's definitely been a little bit of hokiness. See, someone's cut up the cross member to put, looks like maybe it had different exhaust on it at one time, I don't know. I just want to do 2-wheel burnouts. I'm hoping to separate the block from the trans a little bit and be able to get in there with one of these long gear wrenches and hopefully break everything free. I need to just tape this camera to my forehead so you guys can see what I do. It's old stuff you can really stand in and get going on. Okay, the idea here is to hopefully spread the transmission enough to get in there and get at the torque converter so I don't make a huge mess. That's the hope anyway. This one I can see. Let's see if we can go for 2. So I'm halfway there. I don't know, should I just go for it? It's not really what I want to do, but yeah, because all the trans bolts are out. Take this piece of linkage off. That might make life a little easier. I'm assuming this truck was a 3 on the tree. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't have my cherry picker here. So that means I'm going to have to fire up the skid steer and get to ripping. I'm gonna try one more thing. I got a piece of wood on the balancer and a jack. I'm gonna go up, see if I can get this thing to come out. It's coming out of the mounts. If I can get this engine, yep, there it is, to come forward a little bit. Maybe I can get this sucker to come forward a little bit, and I can pull the last 2 bolts on top. When you're dealing with a seized engine, it really makes things a pain in the butt for things like this. Not ideal. think I've rounded it. Just rounded, so there's nothing I can do. You know, I'm gonna fire up the skid steer and out she comes, I guess. Not ideal, but effective. Rip the torque right out of it. There she is. Alright, engine is out. Now, this is what I was trying to do in the truck. This one is all rounded off. I already broke it free. I took a pry bar, pried it enough where I could get the box end on it and turned it. This one looked pretty ugly. It was for me putting an open end wrench on it and hoping for the best. Torque converter is out, so you don't look too horrible. I'm just gonna go ahead and flop it back in there. I don't think I messed up the seal.